So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi everyone, the excitement has really picked up now and I'm eager for the action to start.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. They're up and running then. An instinctive delivery. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Knocks it into space, and that could set him on his way. Ibrahimovic. Out of play for a goal kick. And it's Lahm, and he skips past his man. And reclaimed it in a trice. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, the centre of midfield, Peter, is where battles are won and lost. So I see Rodri as a player who can dominate his midfield position. He's excellent at winning and recycling the ball, as well as passing it all over the pitch. I see him as someone who's very well suited now even to those highest tempo games.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Spain clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Hazard. Ibrahimovic. What's going wide left? That's a promising position.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Can he get it through? Goes for a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. That has not gone well. He's being urged to shoot. Still goalless at the moment.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Marcelo is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. And no, that was never going to make it. Vieira. Hazard. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to save from up here, I know. Thuram. Rodri. Rodri. Can he get on the end of this? Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And here's Ibrahimovic. Tries to play it through. Lahm. And it's Thuram. Pepe kept his eye on it, and he's there. Looking for the run. Hazard. Marcelo has it in a wide position. And it's Yaya Toure. Defending of the desperate variety. Oh, look at the space here. Plays it in low. Is it in? Yes, it's an own goal.
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Rodri, played into space. Oh, delightful ball. Thuram. To Hazard. Lahm. Hazard. Very much a man of this moment. Defending was strong and firm. And it's Hazard. Nesta proves too strong, too smart. Rodri. Maicon. Adriano engages and forces him off the ball. And the whistle goes for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So off we go again.
Spain really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Oh, he's having a go! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Punched away. Spain are looking to go forward now. Always onto this. Adriano. Oh, right on the edge of the penalty area. What's he giving here? Spain present their opponents with the best possible chance here. The chance to pull further clear. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
And it's Vieira. Some resolute defending there. Ibrahimovic threads one in, and the through ball. Now this could be a chance. Spread to the right. Maicon's cross. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Yaya Toure, el dorsal 10. Hazard, el dorsal 12. Marcelo, el dorsal 21.
Cristiano Ronaldo. He's not played the ball, that's a foul.
El dorsal 22.
But it's
El
Thuram.
dorsal 5.
There's no
El
doubt
dorsal
it's a long
15.
way back, but they can at
Roberto
least give us something
El
to
dorsal
believe the
30.
gap might be
Se va a
closed.
realizar un cambio de jugador.
Now it's Pele. It's Pele! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And this is Hazard. Nedved plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Roberto Carlos. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. And the shot's on here. Big chance! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are disappearing out of sight. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. And that's it.
Durante el descanso podremos disfrutar de un pequeño espectáculo.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Things already rolling. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Very nicely done. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And it's Marcelo. That is good progress on the left. Swings and it's rising! Nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
He's a sharp little ball here. He has found the way through. Shoots! It's in!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Spain finding themselves unexpectedly behind. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. It's a good run he's making out on the left. Marcelo. That's a shade optimistic. That's a sharp pass. And it's Yaya Toure. And he's made sure that's not getting through. More and more pressure on the ball here. Schmeichel sends that a long way. Hazard. And here's Ibrahimovic. Yaya Toure. Shot a goal! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
So they have it all, and the shot! Not a bad try by any means.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
And it's gone back to the keeper. Very nearly half an hour gone here. That's an imaginative pass. Can he get it through?
Spain really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Hazard, very much a man of this moment. Marcelo. Maicon. Hazard. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Adriano. That's been cut out, well played. Hazard. Lahm. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Hullet. Vieira. Mateus. Tries to play it through. Mateus. Played into the box. And he thumps it clear.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Mateus. Hazard. It's Hazard! Plenty to enjoy about the build-up there, not so much the finish.
Well, that's how you penetrate the numbers, with very shrewd movement and passing precision, and all done at pace.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Tries to pass it through. Rafael Varane. Yaya Toure, a player whose confidence, whose sense of adventure rubs off on all of those around him. Looking for the run. Hazard receives it in a wide position. And it's Yaya Toure, looking tidy in possession here. He's on it, can he get away? Oh, great leap! He scored! A really thumping header, absolutely. And that is indeed the final act. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. The midway point of the game.
Well, I've been left almost breathless here, Peter. This is frantic stuff. 45 minutes just seem to fly by. Here's hoping both teams can maintain this level.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. The second half is up and running.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Mateus, that's a good ball. Great chance! And it's in! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Quite a game this, all square again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Rodri powering forward here. And here's Azar. Azar charging forward, the ball at his feet.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And it's Gullit. Lovely pass, but can he get... He's having a shot! Oh, that is asking for trouble.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal
So we
12,
have movement on both benches.
El dorsal 16. El dorsal 42. Yaya Touré. El dorsal 10. Hazard. El dorsal 11. Ibrahimovic. El dorsal 21. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 15. Roberto Carlos.
Šeško.
El dorsal 20. El dorsal 22. Sidorf. El dorsal 30, el dorsal 19,
Oh, it's come loose.
el dorsal 5. Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio.
That's Nedved. Roberto Carlos gets into a good position.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Gullit. Edmilson, he is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Spain perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
Oh, important interception. Oh, there's a probing ball.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
That's going wide left. That pass has been well intercepted. Roberto Carlos. He's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And he's had it nicked away. Šeško. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Nedved. And it's Roberto Carlos. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's going to go a long way.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Seedorf is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
He's looking to win it for them. Looking for options for movement. And the finish! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
And this is Pirlo. Cristiano Ronaldo! Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Lahm. That's rather hopeful. And this is Nedved. And he's been shifted off it. There will be a throw-in. And that's it.
Se ruega a nuestros espectadores que obedezcan en todo momento las indicaciones del personal del estadio.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Just listen to that noise. It's Ibrahimovic! Big moment! Massive goal!
Can you think of a better way to have started this game? Talk about how to stamp your authority on things. You've just seen it.
An act of great generosity, accepted gratefully, indeed gleefully.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
So, a breakthrough already. Romario proves just a little bit too strong. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And he's intervened well there. Lahm. Here's Vieira. Mateus. Looking to play him in. Chance, surely! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Ibrahimovic clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Maicon is there and he can get that clear. And it's Lahm, tries to pass it through. And he's there to clear it. And that is out of play. Mateus. Passes short and sharp. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Some intricate passing. Decent chance! Ibrahimovic! It could only be him! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here. I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. And it's Ibrahimovic. Mateus, renowned for his long-range shooting. Adriano. Yaya Toure. And that's a really buccaneering run he's making. And that's a good intervention. Marcelo has it in a wide... Getting up there! Deftly away.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Spain definitely have the look of a team that likes to...
Ibrahimovic! Goal! Spain! And they've got their lead back. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because He didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Spain with the lead. He's having a shot! And that's a good finish. And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So again, we had parity.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Yaya Toure, the conductor, the central piece to his team's attack. Lam. Maicon. And here's Azar. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Spain have their lead. That's been cut out, well played. Thuram. Thuram is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
This is a promising build-up. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Spain do have a chance to counter here. Hazard getting forward. Romario.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. And the referee says that is that for the first half. Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Varane did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And this is Hazard. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And it's Yaya Toure. Marcelo. And that's been drilled in. Azar, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Spain really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Hazard. Ibrahim shot a goal! And that's in! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
He's got 4. That is remarkable.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal
The two
10.
coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Spain now in a position far more desirable.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
El dorsal 12.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
El dorsal 5. El dorsal 22. Seedorf. El dorsal
Seedorf.
20. El
And the
dorsal
counter
19.
is on.
El dorsal 30. El dorsal 15. Roberto Carlos. Se va a llevar a cabo un
He's
cambio de
ended up in no
jugadores.
man's land. No, he's not going to get any further than that. Spain perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Thuram. And it's Seedorf. And it's Vieira. Vieira really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Cross goes in there. Seedorf. To Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Seedorf. Nedved. Looking for options for movement. Nedved plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Vieira. Now Seedorf. And it's Seedorf. Spain can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Nice interception, well timed. Pernis. He won't be happy with that one. Out towards the flank. Gullit. And he was alert to it. That'll be a throw. And that's it.
Se ruega al propietario de un deportivo azul metalizado.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices
Hoy se
flowing.
enfrentan
I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. It's great to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things already rolling. Hazard concedes a free kick for that. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, a player that's very much moulded in the role of the traditional Spanish number 5 is Rodri. He certainly has the sort of physique that would allow him to do the job. He has both the muscle and the brains to provide the creative and defensive support whenever necessary.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Varane clears without hesitation. Strokes it back. This is a promising build-up. Rodri knocks it into space. And it's Yaya Toure. Aims beyond the defence. Produces a cross. Goal! Spain! And it's Spain who take the lead. Spain finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Marcelo. Over to the other side.
Well spotted. Spain are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's a sharp pass. Maicon, looking for options for movement. Good ball, good take.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Marcelo with the short one. Has crossed into the... And a header! Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Thuram is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. And this is Ibrahimovic. Nice interception, well timed. Tries to play... And a chance! And that has fair fizzed.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
Marcelo charging forward down that flank, engages and forces him off the ball. Thuram. Vieira. And it's Azar. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. And now the breakaway. Varane running with the ball. Thuram. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. He's a sharp little ball here. Hazard, he has found the way through. Hangs one in. Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Lam, a player who needs no introduction. Oh, well played. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, that's well spotted. Vieira. Rafael Varane. And it's Azar. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Toure running with intent. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ibrahimovic. Marcelo. Hazard.
Spain certainly could do with a positive spell for the...
It's Adriano! Glorious! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Hazard. And Mateus. That's been cut out, well played. Hazard. Well, they can break here. Space for him to turn and look. He's got away. Played in. He's rising! And again! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
And we've reached half-time. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. The second half is up and running.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it, try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Vieira, played out to the left flank. Great vision. Hazard. Lahm delivers. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And the counter is on. And here's Eto'o. And it's Hazard. Marcelo is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Rodri. And here's Yaya Toure. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Ibrahimovic being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
And that has put paid to that. Marcelo.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
He's picked his way through. That's good play. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Adriano does have his name on the score sheet, of course. And that has left him in a heap. Yaya Toure. Hazard. Mateus. And here's the chance to counter. Now, can they get him away? Shot at goal! And a neat finish! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 12.
So we have movement on both benches.
El dorsal 42.
Spain cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Ibrahimovic. El dorsal 21. El dorsal 15.
And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Šeško clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
El dorsal 5.
But it's Seedorf.
El dorsal 30.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly.
Cambio de jugadores.
Succumbs to the pressure. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour.
Spain may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
Good read, needed to be.
Spain clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Zambrotta. Seedorf. Tries to pass it through. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Under an awful lot of pressure. Now that's well seen too. Ferdinand is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. And it's Maicon. And here's Seedorf. Spain very much running into the last chance saloon.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Ball has bounced loose now. Gullit with the foul. Into the last 5 minutes. Maicon can see things others simply cannot. He's found space here. And this is Gullit.
Spain can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Leicester.
Un minuto de descuento.
There'll be a minute of stoppage time. Deftly away. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Spain were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in so many ways, but in the end they fell just short. Effort unrewarded. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest.